Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Legendary Lunacy. I am your host, Jester Jack. Um, this is episode number 7, and I know it's late. It is very, very late when this is coming out, but we're still finishing up the show. And I'm trying a couple new masks. We're trying some new stuff. We'll see what sticks and see what works. Tonight's topic. Babe, what are we doing for tonight? What's tonight's topic?
Oh God, what?
Well, I don't know. I thought I could think of something on the spot. I can't think of nothing.
Are you still rolling?
Yeah. I figured screw it today. Today we'll just come up with something on the spot and we'll think of it and we'll talk about it that way.
Oh God.
Once this weekend's over, it'll be a little bit more organized. But considering we've worked all week and we've had other stuff going on in the show and we've been busy. We've been very busy.
Why don't you talk about horror musicals? Since we are in one.
Horror musicals.
Yeah.
I feel like I need to do a little bit more research on horror musicals. I've only ever done the one. I did Young Frankenstein a couple years back, and that was fun.
Yeah.
And I guess I was in two, because I was in Frankenstein and Modern Prometheus. That one was fun. This is definitely probably the darkest one I've done. Hmm.
How about if your favorite Halloween you ever experienced?
Favorite Halloween I ever experienced? Interesting. That's a good one. So I'll try. We'll just do some Halloween memories because I've got a lot of Halloweens I remember for various reasons. Um, there was one year where I was a zombie, and we had bought the costume it came with was like a very very thin shirt, like this mask, that looked torn up and tattered, and jean pants that we weren't jeans, but they looked like jeans, about the same, very thin and stuff. And then it came with a mask, a rubber mask that had eye holes. The mask itself was very creepy, and I remember it being I was still really young, and I think I had just seen the Goosebumps episode, The Mask, which, babe, did you ever see that, the Goosebumps mask?
Yep.
And so like, I remember I tried not to wear the mask a whole lot because like in the Goosebumps storyline, it's like, oh, you take it off 3 times, then when you put it back on, it's forever. And I remember like I kept the mask on like the second time I put it on like so long. My mom was like, "You can take it off. You're getting hot," and I was like, "Nope, I'm fine." But I was getting sweaty and like by the end of the night, I think I was getting lightheaded, and I was like, "Okay, we're almost done. Day's almost done. I just gotta get more candy." And so I didn't do the latex masks a whole lot because of that reason. It just freaked me out. There was a couple of years I was ninjas, and I remember that. Those were fun. I was an ice ninja one year. It was one of my favorite costumes. It was really cool. Then the next year I was a fire ninja. Kind of went through all the Avatar elements. Um, there was one year when I was little where I was a clone trooper. It was, I think, the same year that the Clone Wars cartoon came out, which I need to finish. I've not seen any of the newer stuff they've come out with for that show. But, I was dressed as a clone trooper. And I don't know. I remember we had bought in the clone trooper costume, a Captain Rex costume, I think, that from the cartoon. And when the costume got like we ordered it and it came in, I think, with the mask, it was like it was a half mask, not like a full helmet, which I did not like. And my mom was like, "What's wrong?" And I was like, "Oh, nothing. It's not a big deal." But she knew that it bugged me that it wasn't a full mask because I liked having the whole wrap around helmet thing. I've always just liked that. I don't know. I don't like the half face mask if it's supposed to be like a helmet. Like if it's supposed to be a mask, it's whatever. But like, if it's supposed to be like a helmet, it bugged me. And so mom had gone online and found, or I don't know how she did it. It's like she must have found, heard from somebody that they had like an old clone trooper costume that had like a full helmet, and she went and got it from like a garage. Like they were doing like a garage sale, and she went and got it. I remember we had that costume for a while, and it was it was such a cool. Like, it was really cool that she had gone and found that for me. What else? I went to Slenderman one year, which I loved the costume. It was fun. It was like did the whole morph suit, which is funny because they did the whole morph suit just for the face and the head, and then wore the suit over it. So some people who didn't know who Slenderman was were like, "Isn't that kind of defeat the purpose of the morph suit?" And I was like, "No, it's you gotta be in the know to know." What else? I went as a Power Ranger when I was little. There's pictures of me as like little bitty Seth as a Power Ranger. Sorry, got a kitty on my lap. What else? I'm trying to think of some events I remember from Halloween. There was one Halloween when I was in high school where some friends and I went to a cemetery to play hide and go seek tag. Yeah, that was interesting. Until someone almost fell into a mausoleum or something. I don't think fell. They tried climbing up on top and then fell and hurt their leg or something. So we were like, let's go home because we are dumb high school kids. What else? I'm sorry, I'm very scatterbrained tonight. The show was really good today, and I'm very tired, and I've got some pizza bites in front of me, but I can't eat them through the mask, and I really want to eat them. Okay, wow. Madam, we're live. They can see this. I've lost all control in this video, haven't I? Babe, look at your child. You stay away from my pizza bites. Those are not for you.
Come here, buddies. Come here.
Sorry, we're having some technical difficulties.
Cat. She's trying to... What is she doing?
She's pawing my pizza bites. Leave them alone. They're not for you.
I think she's reaching for something behind it.
Oh, found it. She wants a piece of plastic. What else? I don't know. My brain is. I'm very. Once the show is done, I think I'll get better at just improvisational stuff. It's also tough to keep focused when there's a cat on your desk, like literally just in front of your face.
She's very cute.
She is very cute. She's very adorable. Huh?
Have they met her?
I think I talked about her. Either yesterday or the day before, I introduced this is Astoria. She's very loud and is kind of an attention whore. Is whore a bad word? Would that count as a swear word?
I don't know.
YouTube, does whore count as a swear word? I said it like 4 times now, so if it is, I'm kind of screwed.
Hey, YouTube, does whore count as a swear word?
YouTube, is whore a swear word? I guess we'll see.
Swear words.
Favorite swear words, starting from the top. Just bust out with, what is it, the George Carlin bit? I don't know if I just told my mom about like all the videos I'm doing, and she said she's gonna check them out. So I don't think.
Cat turtle.
Turtle cat.
See you next Tuesday.
So.
I had a ghost that stole our Halloween costumes one time.
Really?
Yeah. You want me to come tell the story?
Sure. Come talk to our loving and adoring fans.
Oh, God.
Speaking of, we're up to 26. 26 subscribers now. Thank you guys so much. I mean, I know every time there's an update I say it, but like, thank you guys so much. I was not expecting this much growth. Let me...
Thanks.
Go ahead.
So, I actually, I'm gonna kneel down. Oh, the angle. Oh, I'm getting so old, friends. Gonna be the big 2-7 here in about 2 weeks. So let's see. So I was actually before the show we were sharing ghost stories and whether or not we like horror movies or not. Fun fact: I'm a horror special effects makeup artist, and I don't like horror movies.
Yeah, it's not just that she doesn't like them; she's also scared of them.
I am scared of them. I work at a haunted house currently. Terrified.
I can't just brush my leg and scare me.
I'm having a good time, but am I covered in blood? Yes.
So am I, but you can't tell.
Yeah, well, do I watch autopsies for fun? Yes. Anyways, before the show today, we were telling ghost stories and so on. And one of my most interesting ghost stories, and I don't know if you guys believe in ghosts or not. You know, you can have your own spiritual opinions on them. I believe in them. I believe they are people who have tasks to still complete on Earth. I can't think of the word I'm trying to use, but basically they have things they need to finish before they go. And anyways, my house, my childhood home, we have a house ghost. We call him Johnny for the sake of easiness. I mean, because he came around when we were children, and we thought Johnny seems like the best name. But literally, we named a cat Midnight and Kelly. You know, Kelly being...
Johnny, Johnny, yes, Papa.
Well, that was before that. But
Oh,
Kelly being Barbie's little sister. We were very creative kids. Anyways, so one time around Halloween, and fun fact, Halloween is my favorite holiday, as my birthday's exactly a week before. So I'm always so excited when it comes to Halloween. So we go to most likely Spirit Halloween at this point in time to get costumes. And I think this year I was going to be a vampiress, I guess is probably what the costume was called. Something silly. I was super duper excited. I looked great in it and everything. Anyways, so my house, though, wasn't very big. There was kind of like, you know, it was situated where the living room was right here, and like the bedrooms were here. Like there was some downstairs, but we were all living upstairs at the time. So we got home from Spirit Halloween, we put the costumes on the table, and then we all went to our separate rooms to do whatever, decompress, I almost said decompose, different concepts.
Zombie.
Yeah. Anyways, we came back to the living room at one point in time, and the costumes were not there. And we checked all over the house, and like this isn't some like weird prank my parents played, because it's one that cost them money, and you know, who would want to spend more money on Halloween costumes? Because Halloween costumes so cheap yet so expensive.
No, they're so cheaply made.
That's what I meant to say.
And
Yeah.
cost so much money.
But anyways, the costume's gone. We searched the entire house. We never found them. So from then on, we started blaming Johnny for stealing our costumes. He stole those and my favorite pair of pants, which was...
You seriously never found the costume?
We never found the costume. So we had to go back to Spirit of Halloween and buy... and at this point, it was a little late. So we ended up having to buy like sizes that were not our size. So the costume I ended up wearing was like too big, and I was so sad. My vampire's costume just didn't fit right. But yeah, we never found the costumes. I mean, he eventually, stole my favorite pants. Nowadays, according to my mother, he just occasionally will walk up and down the hallway at night, here and there, just like little footsteps late at night. He did knock on the door one time, I guess, according to my mom's boyfriend. But yeah, he is a costume stealer. So if you ever have costumes randomly appear in your home that are for children, it might be mine. I don't know. So, but yes, we absolutely never found them.
I'm debating if I want to go ahead and just turn this into a ghost stories episode, because I've got some good ghost stories, but we've done a lot of costume talks. Maybe we should save that one for like tomorrow.
Yeah, that'd be fun.
Do ghost stories tomorrow. That is a good story though. I like that. I didn't know. You never told me that one. That you had costumes stolen. That's cute.
I don't know. Thank you. It is very cute that I have ghosts that steal stuff from me.
Yeah, you never told me that you were haunted by a ghost before.
I mean, he didn't bother me because his name was Johnny, and he was never mean. So not like the more aggressive ghosts that were at a later house I lived in, which we'll tell tomorrow.
We'll talk about that one tomorrow.
Yeah, so that was my Halloween story, though. I do very much love Halloween. I mean, lately, as of being an adult, most of my Halloweens have been spent pretty intoxicated. Because we were just referring to how my 22nd birthday a couple of years ago, oh shit, that was like a long time ago. No, 24th birthday. Sorry, 22nd. We didn't know each other. My 24th birthday, which was almost 3 years ago, I was very intoxicated. It was around Halloween, so, you know, that's the great thing about having a birthday right before Halloween is what a fun reason to celebrate in the first place, and then you just have extra reason to be like, I want you guys to show up in my house in costume, because why not? So
plus the costumes are so much fun. I've always I mean, if you couldn't tell, I've always had a thing for costumes, especially for masks. I love masks. Masks are creepy, cool, spooky, and I mean, I've got a wide variety. You're probably going to see a lot more costumes before this 31 days of Halloween are up.
Well, and eventually maybe I'll do some makeup for you and stuff.
That too.
I also find it very funny that I appear on here with just my regular face, and you always wear a mask, so it's just kind of like Is it a mystery to everyone who you are? Maybe. To people who don't know us. So,
maybe.
You know.
Plus, I mean, I don't know. I figured I kind of like it. I think it's kind of cool.
It's fun. It's a fun concept. But, yeah.
It's my character. And maybe someday, if we get famous, I'll do a face reveal. Then it wouldn't be such a big surprise, you know?
Yeah. People are really good at figuring that stuff out, though.
That's true. I mean, well, they've got your face. They can probably find out what I look like. It's not that big of a deal.
Got my face, my birthday, and my age. Don't steal my identity. I will find you. I am very vicious.
Her social security number is... No.
I will strangle you. You don't even know my social security number.
Well, they don't know that.
Well,
now they do.
Yes, that's going to make a whole lot of difference. Also, I think I ran into something during the show. So, yeah. Alright, that's my Halloween story. I have a lot, because I do love Halloween. I think it's a fun concept, and our home is perpetually spooky.
Mm-hmm.
We were going for a dark academia, cozy but slightly frightening library look.
You want to tell them one of the things I got you for your birthday this year?
Oh, well, you got me 3 different things for my birthday. One of them being an owl moth. So it's a pinned owl moth. And then a Luna moth just came in.
We still need to pin that one.
Yes, that one's a do-it-yourself, which will be really interesting to figure out. And then he also got me a little bat, which I've already had a bat named Buddy, but he's like basically petrified where he's hanging upside down. This one's flat. So eventually we're going to have a bunch of dead things about our house.
All of these were done humanely. Like we
yeah.
From what we know, what we've been told, the buyer, these were all humane, not like a raised to kill. It was like they were old and they were dying, so we just kind of did the thing.
We like to keep dead things in this house. It's
honor the dead.
Honor the dead. We're both really morbid. You know, we experienced a lot of death in our life, so maybe we'll talk about that at some point.
Maybe we'll see.
The way that I remembered a really interesting story tonight too. I'll tell you later.
Oh, okay.
Has nothing to do with today's topic.
Fair enough. I think we're just gonna have random Markiplier screams in the background of this video. Markiplier, I don't think you'll ever see this, but if you do, we love you.
Oh wait, hold on, I have something to show.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Give me 1 second, let me find it again.
Be just one moment.
Talk about something while I find it.
Okay, well you find that. Halloween. Oh, one of my big memories from Halloween, from every Halloween, is the candy bags. My mom is awesome, and she found the perfect candy bag for me and my little brother. I don't know where she got them, and I mean, they probably still make them, but like, it will never be as cool as the ones we got. She got us each our own unique candy bag. It was like if you took like the picture, like this, it was like 1.5 feet tall and 1.5 feet diameter across. You know, it was huge. It was a huge bag, and it had like decor on it, like symbols and stuff that were Halloween, like bats on one, and the other one had pumpkins, which was great. And Jake and I would just trade them back and forth each year. But one thing that was really, really, really cool was that it had a gauge on the side for how much candy you had. And every year, Mom was like, "You guys ready to be done?" And we would look at our gauge, and we'd be like, "We're only at such and such," and tell her what the gauge was. And she'd like, "Well, then I guess we're not done looking for candy." And her and Dad would take us around to all the houses that we could find until we were at the full candy mark. And if we didn't get there, we'd go buy candy and fill it up. But like that was such a cool aspect. That's that's a core memory for me.
Yeah, my mom used to make my costumes for a while. There was one. Actually, hold on. I do have one more funny story. So when I was
we are at the 20-minute mark almost.
Yeah. So excuse me. So when I was in 3rd grade, my mom would make our costumes, which was very sweet. And you know, as an adult, you realize a lot of the things your parents did for you, like that you were ungrateful for at the time. When I was in 3rd grade, I started getting into anime and things like that. So naturally, I wanted to be a geisha. Why? I'm not sure. But my mom went out of her way to make a robe, do a wig, and then do the makeup and all that stuff. And, you know, this is before, you know, maybe that would be problematic for a white child to dress as a geisha. But she she really respected it by doing all things real nice and proper. And then I get to class, and I, for some reason, was under the impression that the kids were laughing at me because everyone got to be the Power Rangers and the princesses and things like that, and I was a geisha. And here's this lovely thing my mother did for me, and I end up crying because I'm just like, everyone's laughing at my costume. And my third grade teacher, who I still, like, if I run into her, we know each other pretty well because I went to school with her daughter and stuff. And she was just like, she was holding me. She's like, no one's laughing at your costume. It's wonderful. And I'm like, they just think it's so funny. And I just want to be something else. Be something normal. And, like, I think I told my mother this. And I can't imagine little Abby breaking her heart on this. Probably she spent overnights because my mother's a nurse. And just, like, working on this. But something I found kind of funny on Facebook that my father posted. And for anyone that's watching, if you're a bit of a youngin', I have a Facebook. Sue me. But it's a picture of me and my family and some family friends on Halloween. And there I am on I guess it'd be the left as the little fairy princess. And there's my sister as, I think she was one of the Josie and the Pussycats. And my little brother is the lady from The Lady and the Tramp. So that's just a cute little...
That is pretty cute.
Yeah, so... But yeah, that's little me that you can't see that well with the screen, but don't mind me, I need to charge my phone. So, yeah, those are some fun Halloween stories. Also, Mom, if you ever watch this, I love you and I really appreciate all that you did for me. Sometimes I was an ungrateful little shit. But I love you. Okay, I'm going to bed now.
That is very sweet.
Hey.
Mom, if you're watching this, I was perfect. I never did anything wrong.
Oh my
gosh.
Your child begs to differ.
Mom, if you're watching this, I thank you for everything you did to you and Dad both, and Grandma and Grandpa, everyone watching. Thank you all so much for everything you did for us.
I'd say shout out to my dad, but he's dead.
And on that note, Mom and Dad, Grandma and Grandpa, Cheryl, we love you all.
Hey, don't forget Jackie. That's my grandma.
Oh, and Jackie. Grandma Jackie.
A live grandparent.
We love you all so much. Thank you all so much for supporting us. To our adoring and growing fan base, we love you all so much as well. Thank you for sticking around. I'm sorry it's been a little scatterbrained, a little kind of like slapped together. But I promise, once we get through the show, once we get everything back on like a normal schedule, when I have more free time, things will be a little bit more organized and more researched and stuff. But also, I'm having a little bit of fun with just the kind of like, hey, let's just do a little podcast kind of thing where we just talk about stuff. But thank you guys so much for watching. Come back I say next time, it's tomorrow. See you guys tomorrow, and we'll.
Also, still shout out to my dad if he's listening in general.
Troy, big shout out to you, buddy.
What up, bud?
Wherever you may be, you're listening. I know. So, thank you guys so much for watching. We love you very much. And as always, sit back, relax, and enjoy the darkness around you. Have a great night, guys. Love you.